Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is a pretty exciting day. I recently just got my iPad Pro. Now you may have heard me mention previously that I have an iPad Pro and that's what I use to draw my digital art and digital line art, and sometimes I sketch. However, the new iPad Pro has just come out and I got it. Now, obviously, this isn't a proper unboxing or anything like that. I actually opened this up earlier, and yeah, I just put it back in the box to film a sort of unboxing. However, yeah, I have just got my iPad Pro and my Apple Pencil 2nd generation, and I love it. This new Apple Pencil is great. It magnetically connects to the iPad to charge and store instead of the way the previous one did, and yeah, it's so good. And today I am doing a digital speed paint. What am I drawing? Well, you may have asked this. Actually, you may have not asked this because you'll probably know from the title and the thumbnail. Spyro Reignited Trilogy has just come out, and you bet your bottom that I'm definitely going to be playing this game. And to celebrate that, I wanted to do a little bit of a speed paint of Spyro himself, because I love drawing dragons and Spyro is such an adorable little dragon, and yeah, I have a lot of good memories playing this game as a kid. So yeah, I definitely wanted to do some more Spyro fan art on this channel today. So to draw this digital art, I am using the program Procreate. Now, recently, Procreate also updated, so there's a lot of awesome new features that are just out. And yeah, this is really exciting because I get a new iPad, there's a new Procreate update, Spyro's coming out. You can tell I'm pretty happy about all of these things that is happening right now. Now for the pose that I wanted to draw Spyro in, I definitely wanted to draw him skateboarding, because in the game, one of the games, you can skateboard as Spyro, and this is amazing. I loved this when I was a kid. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm so excited to be able to do it again with in all HD and all of that. Yeah. Anyways, so I sketched this out, and I really wanted to sort of do a bit of a different style of line art, which I previously do. I kind of wanted to have a bit of a soft, sort of colored, sketchy line art. I thought that that would be pretty interesting to try out, because usually my line art is pretty crisp, and most of the time it is black. However, I do colored line art occasionally. And yeah, so I actually got this new brush that I downloaded, because with Procreate you can actually download custom brushes, and yeah, I'll leave a link in the description for the brush that I used. But yeah, this brush was a little bit different. It was sort of see-through a little bit, and it had this really sort of sketchy feel to it, and it was a bit more softer than my usual line art brushes that I use, but I'm very happy with it. So for the references of this drawing, I basically just googled skateboard tricks, because I don't really know too much about skateboards or anything like that, and I didn't know what kind of pose I wanted to do him in. So I just scrolled through until I found one that I liked and thought would translate well into Spyro's pose. And yeah, I just basically just sketched it out and tried some different parts, and yeah, I got to a part where I was pretty happy. Now with the skateboard, I wanted it to have a sort of a little bit of a foreshortening effect, as you can see, and for this pose I definitely wanted to have him sort of like up in the sky. He's not flying or anything, he's just like doing a skateboard trick. However, I wanted a sort of low angle where it's sort of looking up, and he's kind of like just badassly doing this like cool trick thing. I don't know too much about skateboard terminology, so I'm not going to name whatever the trick is. It's one where he's up in the air. You know what I mean. So I definitely wanted to do coloured line art for Spyro as well. So I did some purples and a sort of a goldy yellow colour for the yellow parts of Spyro. I also did some red and some grey line art as well on the skateboard and on his claws. And yeah, this was actually a lot of fun to do. Now I have to talk about Procreate's new features that are available because I'm just so excited about it. Clipping masks are finally in Procreate. I am so happy because I use these a lot and they're so useful, especially with shading and that kind of thing. What else? Oh yeah, there's also new selection stuff. You can feather your selections. You can actually use a box to select stuff. Yeah, there's shape tools now in Procreate, which is awesome, by the way. You basically just draw the shape and hold and it will turn into a proper circle or something like that. So convenient. Definitely needed a shape tool in the past. And there's plenty more different features that I haven't even touched on yet. By the way, this is not sponsored or anything. I bought these products myself, and yeah, I just wanted to share what I'm excited about and arty kind of stuff. So yeah, just letting you know, not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. So now we are getting into the shading of Spyro here, and yeah, I'm definitely using those clipping masks that I mentioned earlier, and basically with the highlights I just sort of selected a lighter, slightly more yellowy purple, if that makes sense, and for the shadows I picked a slightly more blue purple, which was a bit darker. And yeah, I basically used those clipping masks and a sort of soft brush to add just subtle shading here and there, and then after that I sort of used a more crisp brush with a brighter highlight just to add a little bit of rim lighting, just to give this drawing a little bit more pop. And I really love shading this way because it just adds a little bit more, I don't know, it just makes it look a little bit more 3D and a little bit more detailed, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. Now for the background, I basically just selected a box behind him because sometimes I like to have a little bit of a border in my backgrounds, and I just selected a nice blue color to have as a sky, and then I actually added a bit of a white outline around him. You probably have seen me do this in the past with some of my drawings, and this is just to give it a little bit more of a, I don't know, just make him stand out a little bit more and makes it look a little bit more refined, if you get what I mean. Also, I added a bit of a motion blur to his wings and his tail, and I feel like that actually adds a lot of interest to the piece as well, and it really makes him look like he's moving fast, you know. I really like that kind of effect, especially since I can't really get that in traditional art. So yeah, it's pretty good for me to be able to do that once in a while with digital. Also for the background, I decided to add a few clouds as well, just so it was a little bit more detailed. Now I just used a sort of soft cloudy kind of brush with Procreate, and I selected a sort of pinkish color because I really like the look of those kind of pink clouds. And yeah, I just did some rough little clouds around, and then I added a little bit of white over the top just to have a little bit of variance. And yeah, we are mostly done. So, are you excited about Spyro coming out? I definitely am. Let me know below if you are and if you're getting the game, and yeah. Oh, by the way, before I go, I actually want to let you guys know that my boyfriend Jesse is actually going to be live streaming this game when it comes out. So, I will leave a link in the description for his channel, just in case you're interested in going to see that. So we are coming up to the end of this video, and I just want to say here is the final results, and I am so happy with it. I really do like the look of this digital speed paint, especially since I haven't done a digital artwork in so long. I'd use digital a lot actually, especially for my line art and sketching occasionally. However, I don't really do a completely digital artwork, and I really should because it's a lot of fun, and yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone!